Hi, Sandy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Welcome to the A.D.K rock and metal channel, and today we are checking out the new single from War Torn Wings. The video is Slave to the Screen. I was about to say Slave to the Grind because we did that one by Kane the other day. I was just like, no, Slave to the Screen. And it's really weird because Slave to the Grind was filmed at the same place that they did the War Torn Wings studio. So they filmed it at the same place, so it'd be really interesting to check this out. It's the first video, I think, from War Torn Wings. It's definitely the first we've covered on the channel, but I don't know if they've done one prior to this. So yeah, looking forward to checking it out. As always, no pausing or talking during the video, but we'll share our thoughts at the end. Let's go check it out.
What it is
Okie dokie, Water on Wings and Slave to the Screen. Over to Kirk first. Then.
That is a tune. I've been really impressed by that. I have seen this band live, and we've interviewed them last year because they were part of Battle of the Band Summer. I don't know if I've missed that. I do not remember that song. That is a fantastic rock song, and we just don't hear enough of that in rock music now. Andy and I just slant really 90% towards metal, don't we? So when you get a song like that that's rock music, and again got some metallic motifs, fantastic chorus as well, and what's unique about this band is we know that Charles and Jen, who's the singer, are married, and they've just had a child last year. And I think Jen is externalizing some of those anxieties about the child that they're going to be raising, and how we do seem to be, when I say we as a generation, I don't mean our age group. I mean the teenagers of today. They do seem hooked on their phones, don't they, on their smartphones, to TikTok and the way they communicate, and even broadcast media, traditional forms of broadcast media we're used to, that wouldn't mean anything to my nieces who are age 12 and 14. And she's projecting that in there, isn't she? But there's also that element that, who are the nefarious companies? What do they stand to gain from this, from commanding our attention? If we're not going to be able to judge what is factually correct news, and we're just in this solipsistic social media bubble where we get our news from Facebook and Twitter, etc., then you're only ever going to see the news that's targeted at you by an algorithm. So you're never going to have a fully shaped view of the world. So I assume that's one of the anxieties that Jen's projecting in this song. Fantastic riff. Charles, when you watch this guy live, I'm just surprised that he had, I think, 5 or 6 years out of music. So he was formerly of the band 13. He was the singer. They won Metal to the Masses at Hitchin. They've played Bloodstock. So he's got a really impressive CV, and took time out, didn't he? And didn't really pick up a guitar for years, maybe strumming in his room or practicing. But it's great to see them return. I've noticed last year they played on the same bill as the Grey and Vermin Throne. So the name's out there, isn't it, in this part of the home counties and beyond into Buckinghamshire, etc. So yeah, I've just got to say the chorus really stands out for me. I think there's a really good uplift in there, and there's an element of pathos, and it actually reminds me of more progressive forms of metal, like Fate's Warning and Dream Theater, the way that they've structured that chorus. Solo in there as well, and then you've got the dropout, haven't you, to clean bass, and there's some more radiant guitar notes in there before Alan Bryant Lowe, great drummer, friend of mine, before he just comes back in and reintroduces the chorus. So that's a song which is good. He could have extended that to 7 minutes and I still would have been hooked on it. I'm just surprised I don't remember it from before. Absolutely fantastic song. I don't know if there's an EP coming out, but that has really got my interest.
Okay. I'll go next. So I'm going to break it into 2 parts, obviously video and song. So I'm going to go song. Good song overall. As I said, yeah, chorus is good. Really like her vocals on it. Good riff when it kicks straight in. Not overly keen on the midsection personally. For me, it's a good midsection, but I don't get the correlation in the song with the rest of the song. It feels like it's from another track to me. It seemed a little bit like it's just gone off and wanted to put like a midsection in for the sake of putting a midsection in, or so that they could go to that solo. All of the kind of guts of the song just disappeared, and then we had this clean section. And it was a lovely clean section. It was a lovely bass part, but I kind of was just like, right, where's this going? I'm not really vibing anymore. And then the solo kicked in. I was like, okay, all my momentum in the song had gone by that point. So I'm not really sure on that one for me. It did lose it, but it was a good midsection. I just don't get the correlation on that, how it fitted with the rest of the song. I'm also intrigued with the video because obviously they should shot at Gallowwood Media, who have their own studio, this black room studio, and they have props and stuff on site. So I'm wondering how much of this was the stance of the band saying, well, obviously slave to the screen, getting the friends in with the mobile phones so they can get that kind of getting that correlation. Obviously Jen there in front of the TV, the hands coming up the TV look great, really nice visual effect there done with by the Gallowwood. And then obviously a live performance in there. This felt very much like the band's, how are they going to get that story in a one take in one room? And that's how they've managed to get it. Would I have liked to seen some other external shots? Yes. because there's so many other ways that you could have said "slave to the screen" about how we miss everything going on in the world. You could have had someone walking down the street with that, with some crazy stuff going on around them, but they're not seeing it. They're just walking down the street stuck on their phone. There is some other ways they could have done it that I would have probably liked to see, because there was a lot of live performance for me in that video. But I know there are other people who absolutely, like Andy, who love a live performance video. I'm not a big fan of live performance videos, because once I've watched them once, like now, I've watched that video. I've got no reason to watch that video again. I've seen the performance. There's no story element for me to go back to, because it was a lot of repeat scenes. But for what they're trying to do, in the sense of, if you took the music off and I was just watching that video with that title, "Slave to the Screen," and what they portrayed with her watching the TV and those phones, I got what the message was they were trying to say to you. So they have achieved what a music video should do. So you can't fault them for that. And for what they've done within one location, they've done a great job for that as well. So, Andy?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with a lot of what both of you have said. I mean, if I tackle the video first of all, on the social medias this week, there's been a little teaser about this and some sort of stills from the video, and the image where you see the band performing or Jen performing, and the phones sort of recording her. I thought that was just somebody, one of the band sort of just capturing the video shoot for perhaps
behind the scenes type thing.
Behind the scenes type thing, but they've actually incorporated it into the video, which I think works really. And I agree, they have told the story very well of what the lyrical theme of the song is, which are much more clearer to understand than perhaps some of Jen's other lyrics. It's clearly about the impact of social media on people today, as you said, Kirk, probably the younger generation, and what they're trying to achieve. And again, I think I agree with you, Dave. The images in the video are telling the story of the song, but you're right. I think if they were interspersed with some sort of images of, as you say, people engrossing their phones, walking down the street, maybe bumping into people, and just sort of break up a little bit. But I think the video works really, really well. The song itself, I had the pleasure of hearing it many times before, because I got sent it by the band just before Christmas, after they recorded it. And when I first heard it, what sprung to mind to me from the very first sort of riff, you may know this band, Kirk, you may not, but there's an American band called Only Living Witness, and they've done a song called Pro Mortal Form, which I've got on a compilation album. And just that opening riff, the sort of the tempo and the guitar tone, just sort of wow, it sounds not exactly, but very, very like that. It's strange how a riff written today replicates one that was maybe 30 years old, but that's just pure coincidence. But that's what came into my mind when I first heard the song. There's some sort of War-Torn Wing trademarks in there already, because they've just released an EP, and this one as well. Charles loves his whammy bar sort of solos, and on other songs there's sort of like that slow, sort of almost mournful, weeping guitar element of the solo. Then it sort of kicks in as a sort of standard guitar solo would do, and I really like his sort of echoing backing vocals. What's that technique called, where he kind of not sings along with the main vocalist, but sort of echoes it in the gaps between the lines?
Yeah, call and response, I think, is the term, isn't it, for that? Yeah.
I'm sure I knew you'd know it, but yeah, I really like that. That's the sort of element they use in other songs. But yeah, big fan of this band. I think, this is a great song. Fits in well with all the others on the EP as well. Runs seamlessly in together if you're playing them as a little playlist, as I often do. But yeah, really, really, really enjoyed that. You mentioned, have they played it before? Yes, they have. I captured a video from one of their Metal to Masses performances. I didn't sort of recognise it at the time, but when I was just happened to be browsing through my phone, they did play this live. And yes, great song. Looking forward to more that they hopefully coming out with soon, and more live shows as well. But yeah, great video, great song. Really, really enjoyed it.
Excellent. Well, there you go. If you enjoyed our video today, please do like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on another video sometime very soon. Take care.